Good morning, guys. It is Monday and I am going to be trying out my new COSORI pressure cooker today in the vlog. It's gonna be a regular vloggy day, but I'm gonna try two recipe meal. One is a full meal and the other is a part of a meal. And there are two things that I really hate not being able to save time on when I cook those meals, if that makes sense. So the first thing this morning I'm going to make is the oatmeal I usually make on the stovetop, but it is a little like, because I gotta let the water boil and stand over and constantly stir. And during that time, because Jackson takes his medicine and then there's a 20-minute to 30-minute frame of time where he can't eat until it starts working for his GERD. And so usually I put him in his playroom to play, but a lot of times, like when he's having a bad morning or he's just cranky, he doesn't want to be in there, and it's like kills me because even if I turn Elmo on, sometimes he'll get upset. So I've really been wanting to try a pressure cooker because I love the idea of just like throwing everything in the pot and it cooking. And I know pretty much like that's like a slow cooker. So I tried like overnight oats and oatmeal in my crock pot, but I don't know. I don't like leaving the crock pot on overnight. And obviously I want something fast and speedy. So I thought my oatmeal would be perfect, but I wasn't sure like the ratio of water and stuff I needed. So I kind of like looked at a bunch of different recipes. So I'm hoping it comes out okay. But I'm gonna do that because what I like about it is I can just throw all my stuff in there and put the lid on and start it up and then go play with Jackson. And then when it's done, we eat.
Okay guys, so this is the COSORI 6-quart premium 8-in-1 programmable multi-cooker. Pressure cooker, rice cooker, steamer, warmer, just does a ton of stuff. And it comes with a ton of accessories as well. So this comes with a recipe book, a stainless steel steam rack with a handle, a tempered glass lid for slow cooking. There's an extra silicone sealing ring, a ladle, a rice spoon, and a measuring cup. So I just sprayed some Pam in there for sticking. You can use coconut oil or anything you have on hand. And then I did 2 cups of rolled oats. So then I added 5 cups of water. I feel that 4 actually would have been sufficient. So after that, I got some berries I had been defrosting overnight in the fridge and threw them in there. And then some vanilla and a heaping spoon of brown sugar. And then the other thing is make sure you mix it really well. And so once I had it mixed, I locked it in, and the time on this one, I believe I did it on low for 6 minutes. So like I had mentioned, this was on the lowest pressure setting. It doesn't need a high pressure setting to cook, and I just went ahead and did a quick release.
Turned out so good. Like it turned out so good, just like it was on the stove top. The one thing is I think I didn't need as much water, and that's like an error on my part, because like I said, I was just looking at a bunch of people. What is on my sleeve? Oh, a sticker. A bunch of people's like different kind of recipes and kind of like figuring out what I needed to do. But I definitely think that less water and it would have been like exactly how I make it on the stove. And Jackson loved it because he loves my stovetop one. So that was awesome. It saved so much time this morning. So I'm excited to see what it does for dinner. So for dinner, I've made on my channel before they're kind of like Chipotle bowls, I guess. We have lettuce, and then I make the lemon, the cilantro lime rice they have, but I always do it on the stove. So because the COSORI pressure cooker sautés and then is also a rice cooker, I'm gonna try to change it up and do it in this, because that will save me so much time making that dinner. Because the one thing about that dinner that drives me crazy is I gotta stand over the rice. and we have a really old rice cooker, but what I like, the difference is the COSORI one, I can saute, which you have to do with the rice, which you'll see later tonight. So I was like, this is awesome because I can do it all in one pot and that'll save me time. So while that rice is cooking, then I can do all the other stuff instead of having to stand over the rice. So I'm super excited about that. So anyways, just sharing with y'all kind of what we're cooking today. And then Jackson is gonna go to swim in a little bit. And today is Amber's birthday. And if you guys have been with me for a while, you know I give my dogs parties. Like I make them a cake. I made Amber's cake last night and it did not come out of the pan right. So I gotta try to figure out a way to make it look pretty. So I do like birthday cakes for them and we sing them happy birthday and stuff. Their toy chest is so full and they just got new toys at Easter. So we didn't buy anything. We didn't buy anything for Ralph's birthday either because it was right after, his is in February. It was right after Christmas and they got a bunch of new toys for Christmas. Ralph's looking at me like, you didn't buy us toys. So we just this year did cake with both of them. I don't think Ralph's birthday was on my channel because it was a day I wasn't vlogging now that I don't vlog every day, but we did like film it for like, you know, our personal family use. So I'll show you guys a little bit of Amber's birthday, but really I think with the footage of Ralph's birthday and Amber's birthday, I'm gonna do like a sit down video and tell you guys their story, like how they were rescued, because I've always said I was gonna do that and then I never have got around to it. So I think I wanna share that because they're like a big important part of our family and I wanna share their stories with you about them being rescued. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Uh-oh. Go, 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 go.
Oh, no.
Go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go. Oh, it didn't go very far, did it? Teeth. Cool, yeah. So after swim, we take a shower. Sometimes I draw out the alphabet or shapes. This is the heart I drew as an example. This is a triangle. This is the circle. It kind of got washed off, and that's a square. Here's Jackson's square and his circle he drew, and that's his triangle. And honestly, his heart looks about like mine because my heart was awful. But he uses the bath crowns, and we practice drawing and our letters and stuff that way.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God, that poor elf. Oh no. Okay. Just two monkeys hopping along. What does that monkey say? No. Okay, so to kind of explain the swim stuff a little bit, I just realized because I've showered and like washed all my makeup off, Like, this video looks completely backwards. Like, I had my makeup on and my hair done still from the, well, not my face makeup, it's just my eye makeup. But I had my stuff on this morning, and now I'm like completely backwards with this video, like on how you would expect someone to look. But anyways, okay, so we at swim, Justin went to swim, and he went to class because Jackson can float. His only problem is sometimes he flails around, and I find it a little humorous that every time Jackson has done like a good float, that I'm like, come to class, see him float. Jackson turns into like in the pool, and that's why he was going absolutely like crazy like that in the water. I don't know if you can tell in the video or not, but he's keeping his head above water. He can breathe. He just needs to stop flailing because he's mixing up his swimming with his float is the problem, his coach said. So I just thought it was funny. It's like, come see Jackson float. And then every time Jackson's like, nope, you're not getting this on video, and Daddy can't see it. So he's actually moving up to the next class, which I won't be in. It won't be a parent-child class anymore. He'll be moved up to alone with his coach and his class, and I'll be behind the glass viewing area. So hopefully in the future I'll have some more footage for you guys, because usually I'm just by myself in swim class. So obviously I can't take any footage. But he is keeping his head above the water. He's able to sustain like air that way. And also this last class, I was telling his coach that he's been monkey walking, which he's done that since he was like 9 months old. Like where you walk across, like using his hands, he walks across the bricks to the stairs to safety. But recently he started letting go. And with everything, because he has birth control, you wouldn't do this with a baby that hadn't been like trained with birth control. With that, the situation becomes, okay, well, his coach always like kind of steps in and is like, let him go. And we watch for when he's like running out of breath control, and then we pull him up. And it's just like, some people would probably panic doing that with their child, but Jackson has breath control. And there's a professional there. And another thing is, he's never going to learn that one time when I do this, mommy might not be here. So I need to come up and float and get air. But what he ended up doing was he pushed himself to the bottom of the pool and been pushed off with his feet, and then reached back up and was grabbing the bricks and pulling himself out. So I'm like, oh, now you're just showing off that you can, you know, get to the bricks and pull yourself out. So at least I'm confident if he fell in the pool next to the ledge, he can pull himself out now. So that's something we discovered in class. But we didn't get that on video, of course, because we weren't filming that. We were just trying to get his float. Anyways, I'm going to start dinner, and again, I'm going to be using the COSORI, and I am going to try to make our little kind of like Tex-Mex bowls. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, so I wanted to show this to you guys, and I'm going to do some like backwards weird stuff with editing, probably. So I took Jackson to Dollar Tree earlier. We just made a quick run, and I let him pick everything for Amber's birthday party tonight. And he picked this banner and that balloon. And oh, the best part is he picked a tiara and boa. So sometimes when you're a YouTuber, when you're like in the process of videoing, you think of how you're going to be editing so that the video just kind of ends with the cooking and it's not weird and choppy. Since I'm showing you guys this now, I'm going to go ahead and splice in the footage of later tonight at Amber's party. Birthday, dear Amber. Happy birthday to you. Could I have the cake now? Yay!
Is that good?
Okay, so that's just like a quick little preview or view of her little party we did tonight, and back to cooking.
So dinner is where I just screwed everything up. Okay, first of all, for whatever reason, my camera didn't record part of this. And that is me putting the, programming it to saute. And then I put in vegan butter. And I let that melt down. And then you're gonna throw a cup of basmati rice. And you can actually do more, you just need to do a cup of rice to a cup of water ratio. But I just did 1 cup of basmati rice. And you kind of saute the dry rice into the butter. And you do that for like, you know, I would say like maybe 2 minutes. And then you're gonna squeeze fresh lime over top. I like to do 1 lime. If I'm making a big batch because I'm making this meal for like family or lots of people, then I'll do a couple limes just depending on how much I'm making. So you're gonna squeeze the lime in. So this is where I messed this recipe up. At first I thought I hit the wrong program button or something because the bottom ended up burning. So it's very important when you're cooking with rice, especially white rices, to rinse them because they're very starchy and kind of rinse that starch out. And later after I went back and tried to figure out what I did wrong, because I went back and watched some of the video and I did hit the right button, but it was because I kind of half-assed the rinse. What I did was I kind of tried to rinse it in the cup because my strainer was dirty and I did not properly rinse the rice. So you always want to rinse your rice and get those starches off there. But honestly, it turned out great. It just, the bottom part was burnt.
Okay, so I tasted it and it is perfect. The stuff on the bottom got burnt, but yeah, it is perfect. It is perfect, just like on the stovetop. All right, so this is going to be Jackson's little salad, and then I'm going to give him the black beans and corn and a quesadilla. He will not eat rice. You can hide rice in like his favorite food. You could like bake a grain of rice into his pizza and he would know and spit it out, and then he wouldn't finish his pizza. So because he won't eat the rice or anything like that, I'm just going to go, I just went ahead and made him a quesadilla. This is for me. I like putting a whole avocado into mine with some lime juice squeezed on it. This is some homemade buttermilk ranch. And yeah, that's our salads. And then I'm going to put the rice in it and the corn and the black beans. And that's my little, like, I don't know, Tex-Mex bowl thing. So this is the bowl. A bowl, yeah. And this is Jackson's dinner. There you go, baby. Let me get you silverware. Okay, guys, that was our vlog for today. I just want to say I love this pressure cooker. The COSORI pressure cooker is freaking awesome. I love that it's a rice cooker, a crock pot, a pressure cooker, just like does everything under the sun. I think that is so awesome. I love that this morning I could make breakfast and just put it in there and leave it and go play with Jackson, and then ding, breakfast was ready. That was freaking awesome. And I love, even though I messed up dinner myself, it really didn't get that burnt. And also the pot that goes in it is freaking awesome, because once I scooped all the good rice off and I dumped the water cup in there, I dumped like a cup of water and I just left it when it was cooling down. It lifted all the rice off the pot and I just dumped it out and the pot's perfectly fine. So that was awesome. It really made this dinner that is like one of our favorite dinners but takes me forever. It made it a lot faster. So I'm going to leave COSORI's information in the description box below, including the link where you can purchase your own COSORI pressure cooker on Amazon. And I want to say a big thank you to COSORI for sending us this pressure cooker for me to try out. We absolutely love it, and I see myself using it for many meals in the future. As I learn different kind of recipes and cooking stuff in the pressure cooker, if you guys want me to include that kind of stuff in vlogs when we try something new or I find something that works, let me know in the comments below. And we will see you guys in our next video. Bye!
I also wanted to let you guys know that right now, as of today, April 18th, 2018, the COSORI pressure cooker in the link below is 25% off, so check it out.